I just wanted to spend a couple minutes going over the rubric one last time to hopefully put a few of you at ease for tonight's debate. So this is attached to the policy debate prompt. You can find it in the assignments folder on Blackboard. This is the affirmative rubric. You'll either be had an affirmative or you'll have a negative depending on which side is chosen for you tonight. So it goes pretty much straightforward with whatever the first part of it is pretty much the same as the affirmative, the argumentative speech that we did at the beginning of the semester. You have your proposition, definitions, harm, inherency, solvency. Then I'm going to be grading you on your quality and inclusion of sources, the credibility of both your speech and the material that you're using, and then your time. Now this is just your time for your first constructive, so as long as it fits within the 4 minutes, you should be fine. Now you're also going to have up to 10 points in cross-examination, and basically what I'm looking for is that you're meeting the time limits. You asked, some questions that I don't know, were reasonably helpful. So you're not just asking, what was your first point? What was your second point? But you're asking questions that are actually trying to kind of further the debate, questions that require some thought. And then we have our rebuttal section. And in your rebuttal, you have an opportunity for time, and then you have your point value for the content of your actual rebuttal. So again, I'm looking for things like that you are able to respond to some points that the opponent made, that you are able to recap your own points and rebuild your own kind of part of the debate. And then the flow sheet is the final piece, or 30 points, and I'm just going to look to make sure it's reasonably filled out, that you did your best, that it follows the order of the debate, that you had written notes on it, that it just looks like, you put some thought and you put some effort into putting your flow sheet together. So then here's the negative side, and a couple of things different with the negative. So we're still going to start off with our proposition and definitions, and then you're going to have your negative philosophy. And so then this is the reason why you believe the status quo should stay. So this is either going to be status quo or status quo with minor repair, meaning that it'll just fix itself, or if we just do this tiny thing, it'll fix it. Or if you're offering a counter argument, in which case the philosophy or the claims then would turn into harm, inherency, and solvency as well. Because if you have a counter argument, you're now responsible for fulfilling the burden of proof. Claims here, these are just reasons to support your philosophy. So if your philosophy is that there's nothing wrong with how things currently are today, then you have reasons to support that. If your philosophy is, we just need to do this tiny thing and they're blowing it out of proportion, as long as we do this tiny thing it'll be fixed, then again you have your reasons to support that. Then you're also going to be graded on sources, credibility, and time for that as well. Same with the cross-examination, that you're both asking and answering questions to the best of your ability. Same with the rebuttal, right? So we both have the same general responsibilities in our rebuttal, that we are responding to the claims made by the other team and then recapping our own claims, and time with that as well, and then your flow sheet here too. So the really only difference in grading between the affirmative and the negative is your first constructive, where you are going to be, in the affirmative, you're going to be focusing just on harm, inherency, and solvency. And in the negative, you're really going to focus on the reasons that support your claim of the status quo. So I hope this is helpful. I know I've been getting a lot of panicked messages and a lot of just kind of uncertainty about this. This is what we're going to have to do. We have 2 days left of class, and so we'll have our debate tonight and Wednesday, and then class will be over. So we're almost done.